let's proceed forward and let's try to create the resources. So I would prefer that we will work the way we work in AWS. So I won't create the resource from here, but I will go eventually from this section. The very first thing that I'm planning to create is a simple virtual machine. When I click on this, we are going to create a virtual machine now, but here the thing is interesting that will help you out to better understand the resource group as well, that how exactly it would work. As name, there we have EC2 instances. Here we have called them as virtual machines, right? The way we have reservations there, same way you have the reservation option available here for purchase purpose, where you can reserve the instances or hardware for you. Then this is the old user interface, and this is the create option. Virtual machine, preset configuration. Preset configuration is like a launch template that we have in AWS. At present, we are proceeding with this option, that is Azure Virtual Machine. Let's click. First, allow me to complete it, everyone, and then you can proceed with the same. You can see when I'm selecting the subscription group or subscription, it has resource group bound to that. So pay as you go, I'm selecting resource group. In my case, Thinknyx is my resource group. This is a name of the machine that you would like to create. It's like a name tag of your AWS. Then this will also act as a host name for your machine. For example, I'm creating one and I'm keeping the name as, let's say, Kmaya. That's my machine name that I'm going to create. Or we can keep it simple, that is Kul VM1. In which region I would like to create it. Now my resource group is in same region. And just for the demonstration purpose, let's say I'm going to create it in a different region. I want to create it in Mumbai actually, but never mind. I will create it in South Central, US only. Then same thing, availability zone that you would like to get into. Now, one difference between AWS and Azure, when you are in a region, you get a default network in AWS, default VPC. In case of Azure, you don't have a concept like a default VPC. So that's the setup. In which availability zone you would like to place it? Self-selected, virtual machine scale set, that's more like an auto scaling group. We will discuss it later on. Availability set specific, we will discuss it later. At present, availability zone, let Azure selected for us, self-selected in which zone you would like to place your machine. I'm
So,
keeping it default. So there is nothing like a shared network. Means you can use the network within a account and within a region, but you can't share something which is available somewhere and you are referring it. No. Security type, trusted, launch machines, standard, confidential, which is a top priority. Let's keep it trusted one. This is AMI option, that which AMI you would like to leverage. If I click, I have couple of options available here, with the topmost that I have recently used in my account. You might have the similar because these are Ubuntu is the most popular one, but you have other options also available here. Can you see Windows 10 Pro? It's not the Home Edition, Pro Edition, which has a licensing cost involved. Same way, you have Debian, Red Hat with RHEL 8, RHEL 9, Oracle Linux, SUSE Linux, Ubuntu Pro, Ubuntu Server 22 and 24. I'm keeping it Ubuntu Server, not Pro, regular one. That means I don't have any OS cost involved. ARM 64, x64. I'm happy with the x64. The way we have spot instances in AWS, same way we have a spot discount. I can enable this to have a limited cost for me, right? Then depends on this, these options would vary. Now they are saying that spot discount is not available for this, which is the almost the most cheapest instance type in case of Azure. So I can disable this option because this cost or this discount might be less than more than what I would be charged for this. So it's better to keep it standard B1S. That will give me one CPU and 1 GB RAM. Here you can see the costing is around 750 Indian rupees. That's approx how much I think 7, 8, 8, 8, 64, 8, 9, $9 approx. And this is for the hibernation. Now comes the interesting part. What is the problem with AWS? The most common problem that what I have faced when I have used it first around 9 years, 10 years back. Very first problem that I have faced. What do you think that problem could be? I forget to attach the key pair with my EC2. And as you know, you can't attach a key pair once a EC2 got created, right? Something same is the case here as well. But they also give you one more option of password. You can give a user ID password instead of key if you want. This is 90% same way of working. You have a username that you can select of your choice. There you have the default username that is Ubuntu is case of Ubuntu, right? Here you can give a username of your choice. You can generate a key pair or you can select a password. Give a username of your choice. For example, let's say I'm keeping the user as Kmaya. Then I would like to have a password. Let's say I'm giving some password. So that's the password. Or if I can select here, then I can generate the key pair the way we used to do. Select virtual machine network ports are accessible from the public network. You can specify more limited or granular network access in the networking tab. Here you can select what all you would like to open, the basic one. If I have selected here Windows, I would be getting here the RDP port, correct? So here you can select. By default, it has selected SSH because that's how I'm planning to access it. And then I'm intentionally selecting HTTP as well. Now, next page. Next page is about disks. Another change. This is the bare minimum default size. What is the default size there for Ubuntu? 8 GB. Premium SSD, standard SSD, HDD, zero redundant. As you proceed, you have the cost. This is the costliest. This is the normal. This is cheaper, but have a performance issues. In learning purpose, I keep it standard SSD. It's similar to what we have earlier, delete with VM that we have in that delete the volume when the server got or EC2 got deleted. Encryption, there are two type of encryption, platform managed, customer managed, right? So you can have platform, customer or both. At present, I'm giving everything to my platform. Then you can attach more disks if required. It's like the secondary disk or the data storage that you have or the data disks. I'm not adding any. Now comes the third tab, which is networking. Now here you will notice what it is doing. It is automatically creating a new network for me. Can you see here?
Yep.
The name of my VNet would be full VM1 VNet. This is the subnet that it will create for me. This is the public IP that it will create for me, or I should say get for me, and then attach it with my system. Then you have security group. You don't want any security group, but you want basic security group. It would basically open all the external access. Outboard access would be this, or you can opt for the advanced, where you can create a security group and then manage the access by yourself, like a normal security group in AWS. At present, I'm going ahead with basic. In basic, you will get two ports open as per the selection 80 and 22. Internal access is fully open, that is within the VNet and within the VNet and within that VNet, within this subnet, you have the complete access. Outbound access is fully open. Delete public IP and network interface when VM is deleted. This is the important thing that you should check. For example, though this is a dynamic IP that got allocated, but this IP won't get released on its own.
Okay.
So basic, it's more about your image, size of instance, and basic porting. Disk is also for disks and encryption of your data. Networking, it is asking you, you can select for the network if network already there. At present, we don't have, so it's asking me that you have to create a network. Because without network, we can't create the EC2 or VM in this case. Next is the management. It's more around setup. Managed identity. It's more like a role that we have in AWS. It's exactly same thing being called as managed identity here, and then it is being called as that system. So it will have an identity assigned to it, and then that identity can have the access granted to that in the form of roles that we have seen in the Azure. Instance profiles they are, and the policies that we have in AWS, IAM policies, they are equivalent to the Azure roles here. What we were calling there as policies, they're being called as roles over here. What we call them as instance profiles or roles in AWS, they're being called as managed identity over there. Auto shutdown, backups, you can enable these things. Let's say you have a system that you have created. It's a, let's say it's a test machine. You know that that machine can only, will only be used from 12 noon till 9 p.m. IST, for example, or any other time zone, 12 noon till 9. After that, you would like to stop that machine. So you can make that work for you. So it will auto shut down. Sometimes it does happen. It's a very good feature that my team has used, the one that we have worked with, because sometimes it does happen that they forget to stop the servers at the end of the day. So that functionality was helping them out to manage it in an efficient way possible. Then backups for the system that you can enable, and they will go to the resource vault, or sorry, recovery vault for your AWS. We will discuss this in detail as we proceed. So I'm disabling it as of now. Operating system updates. You want the minor updates, security patches to get automatically added to the system. You can enable this feature and let this be system specific to manage it. Then you have the monitoring capabilities. Now, depending on your need, you can enable these options. Alert, you would like to enable, you can configure that when to raise the alerts for some requirements, some issues. You would like to enable some alerts, you can manage those things. When we get into the monitoring ecosystem, we would discuss it in detail. Same way, you have the diagnostics available over here for the management purpose. I'm not enabling any of them as of now. We will discuss these things as we move. Then you have the advanced option. Any specific extensions that you want to enable, you can get them enabled over here. Any VM applications that you would like to install and get them installed or updated on the system, you can select and then configure. At present, I don't have any. So extensions is more like you have systems, right, where you can enable couple of features, couple of capabilities to have some specific feature enabled as per the things being supported by the system. So same kind of extensions that you have here that you can enable in the system. So these are the extensions that you have that you can opt or select. For example, let's say monitoring I would like to do. Now, because I don't have anything available there, so I'm canceling it. And let's get back. Same way, you have the VM applications. So here, if you read it carefully, VM application contains application files that are securely, reliably downloaded on your VM application, blah, 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 from somewhere else. It's like scripts or something that you would like to download and then get it executed. Or the way we have the user data in case of AWS, you can put the data over here that you would like to execute. The way we have the user data, exact same thing you can put over here. Again, it will get executed in the same option. Then Other options that you can enable for the secure passage, performance capabilities, host groups that you can set up. We don't have any host groups as of now, so I'm keeping it disabled. Capacity reservation, I'm not leveraging any. It's more like how you would like to reserve the capacity for your usage for this particular machine in the upcoming future usage time. Proximity placement, again, same placement groups that we have in AWS, but we don't have any, so I'm not getting into that. I go next, then I'm keeping it day one. Now, another benefit here, you have different options that you can tag. Unlike AWS, in AWS, what is the default thing which get tagged when you create an EC2? Only the instance will get tagged.
Correct.
Until unless you are not using the launch templates. But here you're getting an option that these are the things that may get created. It's not that it is going to create all because we are not using the availability set, so it won't do that. I think I have disabled this as well, so it won't happen. So whatever would get created here, they all will get tagged as day one. That's how this system will make it easier, and every component that would become a part of your VM, they will get tagged with the common tags. Next thing that I would do is the review and create. It's more like whatever configuration that I have done, it will scan those configuration to tell me whether I have done the configuration correctly or not. So this is what it is doing. It is validating my configurations. If there is anything wrong I have done, it will highlight. It has done. This is not needed, so don't put your phone numbers here. And now when I say create, now you will see a new page will come up. This is submission. Once it got submitted, I don't know why it's running slow. It should be done by now. It will open a new page and it will now show you the resources that would get created. So you can see here, it's in progress. As and when resources will start completing, they will start coming up over here. It's in progress as of now. Here, can you see? Network got created, security group got created, IP got configured or reserved. Same way, other resources will also get created. This is your network interface. And now you have a VM created or under creation. So my resources got created. If I go here, now this resource got created. They are recommending what else I can do. I can set up auto shutdown because I have disabled it. You can enable the monitoring the health. You can run some script, whatever you want to do. They have some recommendations for you. I can go to a specific resource by clicking here or here. Now at present, I am landed in the VM, but I want to show you the resource group. So this is my resource group. In this resource group, I have these resources. So when I have created a VM, alongside VM, a network security group got created, one IP got allocated, network got created, interface got created, disk is also there, and this is also the same thing would happen in case of AWS. The only thing is there we have to switch to the different services to see those resources. But here, this entire thing would be available over here as a ecosystem, right? And easy to manage.